Talia observed the crowded diplomatic hall from her corner, antennae twitching with discomfort. As ambassador to the Galactic Council from the Vespid Collective, she was expected to mingle, to forge connections that would strengthen her people's standing. Yet after 3 standard cycles serving in this capacity, she remained as isolated as when she first arrived. The Vespid were respected but rarely loved. Their insectoid appearance, iridescent exoskeletons, compound eyes, and clicking mandibles made most species uneasy. Even among the diverse representatives of the Council's 57-member species, the Vespid stood apart. Talia's carapace shimmered under the hall's crystalline lights as she sipped a nectar drink, watching the others laugh and converse with an ease she could never manage. Her translator implant rendered their words perfectly, but cultural nuances remained beyond her grasp. Her species' collective consciousness made individual connection an alien concept, one she struggled to master despite years of training. First time at one of these gatherings, a voice spoke from beside her. Talia turned, her compound eyes adjusting to focus on the newcomer. She recognized the species immediately, human, one of the newer council members. They had joined only 2 cycles ago, yet they moved through diplomatic circles with surprising confidence. My 37th, actually, she replied, mandibles clicking softly in what her species considered a polite smile. Oh, the human male looked momentarily embarrassed. I apologize for the assumption. I'm Jack, Hertz's deputy ambassador. Talia, Vespid Collective. Jack nodded, his lips curving upward. Humans had such expressive faces. It made them easier to read than most species. I noticed you standing alone. Thought I'd introduce myself. Most fine Vespid. Unsettling, Talia admitted. Our appearance reminds many species of predators or pests from their homeworlds. Really? I think you look fascinating, Jack said, studying her with genuine interest rather than revulsion. Earth has insects too, but nothing with your level of intelligence or social structure. Talia's antennae perked up with surprise. Most beings avoided mentioning her insectoid features. The collective was surprised by humanity's quick adaptation to council politics, she said, changing the subject. Most species require decades to navigate the complexities. Jack laughed, a pleasant sound that drew curious looks from nearby delegates. We've had plenty of practice with complicated politics on Earth. Besides, humans are adaptable. It's our greatest strength. Over the next hour, Talia found herself engaged in the most natural conversation she'd experienced since leaving the collective. Jack asked thoughtful questions about Vespid culture, their hive cities, and collective consciousness without the usual undercurrent of discomfort. Don't you ever feel lonely? He asked, after she explained how her people shared thoughts across vast distances, yet maintained individual identities. Here, among individuals, constantly, she admitted, surprising herself with her honesty. My connection to the collective is dampened this far from home. I experience solitude in a way we rarely do on Vespis. Jack nodded sympathetically. Humans understand loneliness all too well. We're social creatures trapped in individual minds, forever trying to bridge the gap between ourselves and others. Yet you seem to do so effortlessly, Talia observed. Appearances can be deceiving, Jack said with a small smile, but we keep trying. In the following weeks, Talia found herself seeking Jack out at diplomatic functions. He introduced her to other human delegates, who showed the same curious acceptance of her. They asked about her carapace's iridescent colors, and were delighted to learn they changed with her emotions, currently a warm amber that signified comfort. Humans, she discovered, had an unusual capacity for empathy. Where other species sought common ground based on physical similarities, humans connected across profound differences. They had formed alliances with gelatinous Morrigs, crystalline Lithians, and even the methane-breathing Juvox, species with whom they shared almost nothing physiologically. When the Drakari Empire threatened to invade Vespid colony worlds near their territory, declaring insectoid species unworthy of sovereignty, Talia expected the usual diplomatic platitudes from council members. Instead, Jack arrived at her quarters with news that shocked her. Earth is offering military support, he said. Our fleet is already mobilizing. Why would humans risk conflict for the Vespid? Talia's antennae trembled with confusion. We have no formal alliance, no trade agreements of significance. Jack's expression turned serious. Earth's history is filled with persecuting others for looking different. We've learned that lesson the hard way. Besides, his smile returned. Humans have a soft spot for the underdog. The human fleet's arrival in Vespid space changed everything. The Drakari, expecting minimal resistance, retreated rather than face Earth's notorious unpredictability in battle. The collective welcomed humans as heroes, and formal alliances soon followed. At the celebration marking the treaty signing, Talia found Jack alone on a balcony overlooking the Hive City's luminescent spires. Your people have changed how the collective sees individualism, she told him. We've always viewed it as a weakness, but humans show it can be a strength. And the collective is teaching us about unity, Jack replied. Humans have always struggled with tribalism. Talia's carapace shimmered a deep blue, the color of profound connection. I was lonely until I met humans. Your species sees past appearances to recognize kindred spirits. That's our secret, Jack said softly. Humans are champions of the possible. We look at someone completely different and think, friend, ally, or even, Talia asked when he hesitated. Jack's cheeks flushed pink. Even beloved sometimes. Under the alien stars, a human and a Vespid stood together, two minds bridging the vast gulf between their species. And Talia, for the first time since leaving her homeworld, felt the precious gift humanity offered the galaxy, the ability to be both individual and connected, different yet accepted. Loveless and lonely no more.